Welcome everybody to the Sports Culture, all things sports. It's Jay Banfo, and we gotta talk about Coach Prime Deion Sanders. But before we get into that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for your support. So Super Bowl Sunday is this weekend, and everybody is in California doing media in preparation for the big game. That brings us to Coach Prime Deion Sanders, who spoke on ESPN's First Take with Stephen A. Smith. In this interview, he was asked if there is a possibility that he will be a head coach of an NFL franchise. And in response, he had this to say.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Let's stay in the NFL. Before, and I know you're happy at Colorado, but before Shoddy went to the Cowboys, your name was kind of in the mix. Is there anything that would get you to jump to the National Football League?
Not whatsoever. What transpired with my son last year, ain't no way in the world. No, I don't ever. Thank you, Lord. When I stop like that.
That's to keep you from saying you don't need to say.
When I stop like that, that don't mean
God to tap
that don't mean I'm lost for words. That means God said,
That's too wrong.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pull you up.
That means God said you're a head coach now. You can't do that now. You can't talk like that. You can't say that. I know you're comfortable with your brothers here, but you can't say that.
Now, I wish Coach Prime would have fully explained what transpired with his son, Shedeur Sanders. That upset him so much. So in this video, I'm going to try and piece together what Coach Prime could be insinuating. So in last year's NFL draft, Shedeur was projected to be a first-round draft pick and no later than a second round. Shedeur was camera ready and had a decked-out draft room with one of the biggest chains I've ever seen. So all indications, if you listen to the draft experts, Shedeur was going to get drafted on day one. But to everybody's surprise, he didn't get drafted. Teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants, and initially the Cleveland Browns all passed on Shedeur. Now, Shedeur and his camp didn't help themselves out in any way. First of all, they didn't participate in the NFL Draft Combine. All players, regardless of position, can have their draft stock rise or fall at the Combine. Also, with that, only a select few teams were even able to interview with Shedeur. You got to look at the NFL Draft Combine like a job interview. And by limiting yourself access to these teams, you can't be surprised when they choose not to draft you. Now, the other reason why Coach Prime could be feeling some type of way about the NFL is that Shedeur actually had to compete to be the starter quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. You got to remember, Shedeur has always been coached by his father. From Pee Wee football to high school and to college, Shedeur was always going to be the starting quarterback for his father, Coach Prime Deion Sanders. And with that, when he got to the NFL as a fifth-round draft pick, for the first time in his life, he had to compete with another quarterback for the starting job. Now, if you don't know, that's standard operating procedure in the NFL. No late round draft pick is initially given the starting job. Now, if you're the number one overall draft pick like Cam Ward, you get that starting position. But that's not Shedeur's path. For him to even see the field, a lot of lucky breaks had to have gone his way. When the season started, he was the fourth string quarterback. But when the season was over, he was able to climb the depth chart and finish the season as the starting quarterback. Now, trades to two quarterbacks and the injury to Dylan Gabriel spread up the process, but nevertheless, he got his chance to play football his rookie season as a fifth-round draft pick. And he should actually be grateful for the opportunity instead of spiteful. Like I said, all of this is speculation, but in my opinion, those were the reasons why Coach Prime dismisses the NFL. Along with that, we can't forget how Shedeur Sanders fans hated former head coach Kevin Stefanski. Now, in this video, I'm not going to delve too deep into it because I've made countless previous videos on it. But basically, Shedeur Sanders fans felt like he was being sabotaged by Kevin Stefanski. That notion was always ridiculous, but it wouldn't have surprised me if Coach Prime and Shedeur fell into that narrative with their fans. With a new head coach and a new clean opportunity now, I really don't want to hear any more excuses. Let's see if he can improve on his 7 touchdown, 10 interception season and prove that he could be a starting NFL quarterback for years to come. Now, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.